Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. Have y'all heard about the Rochester family? Told missing woman was found unalived only to learn that she was living in Detroit. This was posted on April the 16th, updated on April the 17th. Rochester, New York. One Rochester family is navigating an emotional journey after learning that their sister was declared unalive February of 2024 is actually living in Detroit. What? So Shanita Hopkins reaches out to News 8 with an unusual story, right? Her family filed a missing persons report over her sister Shanice Cruz in July of 2021. They were concerned because she left her two children behind and she cut off all communication. In April of 2024, the police informed the family that their sister had passed away in February in an empty lot off Hudson Avenue near Nash Street. The cause of death was like an overdose. It was high levels of cocaine in the body. Despite being missing for 3 years, Shanita was like, this is just something my sister would not do. So Shanita was saying that it was more traumatic reading it than just hearing about it, being attached to her sister's name of how she passed away. And she said she had been trying to think. This is what she was talking about in an interview. She was like, did somebody lace something that she had? She said their minds are just absolutely going crazy. Child, so Shanita said, due to the fact that the way the police had described the way she passed away, the body had been decomposed and they had a cremation. The family had a memorial service funeral for Shanice last summer. And then in November 2024, she got a message from someone in Detroit that she did not even know. Child, so here's the message. Ma'am, with a picture of her sister. Ma'am, I'm concerned your sister is not unalived. She just volunteered at my event today. This is just a random message. Shanita added, my initial reaction was like, what the what? What am I reading right now? So who really wants to let go of their family member, right? You would do anything to get him back. So when Shanita got this message, she said, I'm going to get down to the bottom of it. She went on down to the Monroe County Medical Examiner's office where they assured her that the dental records were a match. She was not convinced, and she showed the pictures and the messages to the personnel at the medical examiner's office, and then an investigation got underway, child. Okay, before we get into this, Shanice has been decomposed, cremated, memorialized, volunteered in Detroit, and a message and everything was sent to Shanita. So, child, they done went down there to the DNA place the next day, and they wanted the younger sister because her and Shanice has the same mom and dad, and then they wanted her son. So both of them went and they did a DNA test. Child, the results had come back, and it was not a match. This ultimately confirmed to the family that at this point they knew that the remains were not Shanice's. Shanita tells News 8 the family have all been experiencing a range of emotions, as you can imagine. Child, she said, we dealt with the ashes and stuff. We put them in necklaces and we mixed my mom with this stranger. So they done cremated their mama. And now they done put the mama and the baby together and the baby not the baby. Ooh. Child, so Shanita's like, this is just something that we still have to relive because we can't get that back. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it happened. And they can't take those moments back when the police made them seem like their sister was just out in the streets like the trash. You can't get those initial feelings back. You know, she said, we can't get those 7 months back. And we can't get those tears back. But at least, more than likely, they can get their sister back. You can read this if you want to. It's just a response to people calling about this situation. Let's keep going. So Shanita and her family are seeking legal representation, but she had gone back down to the medical examiner's office and she was pissed. She was like, I came to tell you that my sister was alive and you still trying to tell me that these dental records match the person who has been cremated. And no. She said, and I feel like they were just trying to do this and put this on us because they wanted to close a missing persons case. But since all of this has happened, the medical examiner's office have retrieved those ashes that are not her sister. And they were sitting in an urn next to their mother. So now Shanita and her family have like two situations going on, right? They wanted the ashes back at the medical examiner's office, and they said that they would compensate the family for the cremation and the memorial and things like that. But they said, no, 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 no. We need to get a lawyer if for nothing is for the pain and the suffering. But what they still dealing with, the second part, is that the sister didn't want to be with them, right? She's still a missing person to us, but she's alive and well, Shanita says. That's got to be hurtful. So the family did reach out to the Detroit Police Department to attempt to track down Shanice. Shanita notes her sister may not even know that they truly believe that she was unalived, right? And like, what's going on with your sister right now? So when she was asked, like, what would you say to your sister, to her now? What's going on with her right now? Y'all excuse this reading, but basically what it's saying is that I would say I love her and I'm basically angry. She said, I don't, I don't think I'm ever going to get over the anger, but how it feels, I'm sorry. She said, I know how it feels to think that someone is unalive. I just want her to know that. I just want her to know that whatever we had going on, it doesn't even matter. I love her. That's all. That's all I want her to know. Because that has to be a crazy emotion to lose somebody, memorialize them, and find out that they are living in another city after they've left everything. Like, why did she leave her kids? Now, News 8 reached out to Detroit police to inquire about the status of the location of Shanice, right? Now, they did not address the inquiry as to the identity of the remains given to Shanita and her family. But hold on, the neighborhood talk got a part of it too. Child, so this is the message that I was talking to you about. The woman said, ma'am, I'm concerned your sister is not unalive. She just volunteered at my event today. So this is Shanice Cruz. Child, here's the obituary for the memorial service that they gave her. May 8th, 2024 in Rochester, New York. So this right here is Shanita, who is looking for her sister Shanice. This is wild behavior. Like, why does Shanice not want to be around her family? And does she know if they thought that she had been unalived? 3 years? She hasn't contacted them in 3 years. She left her kids. What is really going on? Y'all, let's talk about it in the comments. It's your girl, Millie Chun. Talk to you later. Bye.